In a small town where the road was always brown with dust, a girl was born into suffering. Her name was Milan. She was born in a one-room house made of old blocks and rusted zinc. When it rained, water entered freely. When the sun came out, heat stayed inside like fire. The house had no ceiling, only cobwebs and smoke stains from years of cooking with firewood. Her father was a weak man, not because he was lazy, but because life had beaten him too many times. He once worked as a factory helper, but the factory closed without warning. After that, he tried many small jobs. None lasted. Some days he left the house early and returned late with nothing. Other days, he did not leave at all. He would sit quietly, staring at the wall, his thoughts heavy. Her mother was a strong woman, but strength alone could not fight hunger. She sold vegetables in the market. Pepper, onions, tomatoes, but many days she returned with half of them unsold. Sometimes the vegetables spoiled before evening. Sometimes customers begged her to sell on credit and never returned. Yet she still smiled and greeted people politely, hoping kindness would bring favor. Milan grew up knowing hunger like a close friend. She knew how it felt to sleep with an empty stomach. She knew the pain of watching her younger siblings cry at night because there was no food. She knew the shame of wearing torn clothes to school and pretending not to notice when others laughed. School was not easy. Many times, Milan was sent home because of unpaid fees. She would stand outside the classroom, watching other children learn through the window. When exams came, she sometimes sat on the floor because there was no chair for her. She did not complain. She only swallowed her pain and kept quiet. She loved to dance. Even as a child, when music played from a neighbor's radio, her body responded. Her feet moved without thought. Her hands followed rhythm naturally. When she danced, she forgot hunger, she forgot insults, she forgot fear, but dance did not pay bills. By the time Milan turned 16, things became worse. Her father fell sick. No one knew exactly what was wrong with him. The hospital asked for money before treatment. They did not have it, so he stayed at home, coughing, growing thinner by the day. Her mother cried silently at night, thinking no one heard. Milan dropped out of school. There was no discussion, it just happened. One morning, she folded her uniform and kept it inside a nylon bag. She did not cry. Crying would not change anything. She went to the market with her mother and started helping her sell vegetables, but even that was not enough. Debts came, rent came, hunger stayed. One night, after everyone had slept, Milan sat outside alone. The moon was bright, but her heart was dark. She looked at her hands and wondered why life was so unfair. "Is this how my life will end?" she whispered. She was young, but tired. That was when someone spoke to her. The voice was calm, too calm. "You are not meant to suffer like this." Milan jumped up, her heart racing. She looked around, but saw no one. "Who is there?" she asked, her voice shaking. "You have a great destiny," the voice continued, "but destiny needs help." Fear entered her bones. "Help from who?" she asked. There was a pause. The voice replied, "From us." That night changed her life forever. Days later, Milan was approached by a woman in the market. The woman was well dressed, her skin was smooth, her eyes were sharp. She smiled, but the smile did not reach her eyes. "I have been watching you," the woman said. Milan felt uncomfortable. "Watching me do what?" "Your suffering," the woman replied, "your patience, your gift." "What gift?" Milan asked. The woman laughed softly. "Your body understands rhythm, you are a dancer." Milan's heart skipped. The woman continued, lowering her voice, "There is a way out of this poverty, but it is not the normal way." Milan knew she should walk away. But hunger is louder than fear. That evening, Milan followed the woman. They went far, beyond the town, into a quiet place where the air felt heavy. Milan's chest tightened with every step. Her spirit warned her to turn back, but her mind reminded her of her sick father and hungry siblings. Inside a dimly lit room, Milan was told the terms. "There is wealth waiting for you," one voice said, "fame, comfort, ease." Milan's throat was dry. "What do I have to do?" There was laughter, low and slow. "You will sell plantain on the street," the voice said, "and you will dance while selling." Milan was confused. "That is all?" "On the seventh day, something significant will happen that will change your life for good. And one more thing," the voice added, "once you start, you must visit us once every 3 months." Milan hesitated. "What happens if I stop?" she asked. Silence filled the room, then the answer came, sharp and cold. "You will return to poverty." Fear wrapped around her heart. Milan agreed, not because she was evil but because she was desperate. The next morning, Milan borrowed money to buy plantain. She fried it early, packed it neatly, and went to the roadside. People stared. A young girl dancing on the street while selling plantain was unusual. Some laughed, some mocked her, some took videos. Milan felt shame burn her face, but she danced. Day 1 passed. Nothing happened. Day 2, day 3, by day 5, her videos were spreading. People began to recognize her. "Plantain dancing girl," they shouted. By day 6, Milan was exhausted, but hopeful. Then came the 7th day and destiny showed up. The 7th day arrived quietly. There was nothing special about the morning. The sun rose as it always did. Birds made noise on the electric wires. The road was already busy with people going to work, school, and the market. Milan woke up tired. Her legs were sore. Her body ached from days of dancing on hard ground. For a moment, she considered staying home. She sat on the edge of her bed staring at the wall. "What if nothing happens today?" she thought. Then she remembered the words. "On the 7th day, something significant will happen." She stood up. Milan prepared her plantain early. She dressed simply, an old skirt, a faded top, and worn slippers. There was nothing special about her clothes, no makeup, no jewelry, just her natural face and tired eyes. Before leaving the house, she looked at her father. He was lying on the mat, breathing slowly. Her mother sat beside him, fanning him. "Go," her mother said softly. "May today bring something good." Milan nodded and walked out. She reached her usual spot by the roadside. Cars passed, people passed, no one stopped. Milan took a deep breath, then she danced. Her body moved like it always did, free, natural, honest. She danced as if she was not on a dirty road. She danced as if there was no hunger waiting at home. She danced as if hope was still alive. Some people stopped to buy plantain, some laughed, some recorded with their phones. Milan did not care. She danced harder. Then it happened. A black car slowed down. Milan noticed it from the corner of her eye, but she kept dancing. Many cars had slowed down before. Most drove away after a few seconds, but this one stopped. The door opened. 3 people stepped out, 2 men and 1 woman. They were well-dressed, clean, confident. The kind of people who belonged in air-conditioned offices, not dusty roads. Milan's heart beat fast. She slowed her dance slightly, unsure. One of the men smiled. "Don't stop," he said, "dance." She hesitated. "Dance more," the woman added, lifting her phone. They began to record. She felt strange. Her stomach tightened. She felt exposed, like she was being examined, but something inside her pushed her forward. She danced harder than she ever had before. Her feet hit the ground with confidence. Her arms told a story. Her face carried both pain and joy. People gathered. Traffic slowed. Phones came out. The 3 strangers watched closely. "She's good," one of the men said quietly. "Very good," the woman replied. After a while, they stopped recording. One of them approached her and bought plantain. "Keep dancing," he said, "you are doing well." Then they entered the car and drove away just like that. Milan stood there, confused. that's it, she whispered. The car was gone, the crowd slowly dispersed, the road returned to normal. Her heart sank. She finished selling her plantain and went home with mixed feelings. That night, she could not sleep. What was significant about today, she asked herself. Maybe she misunderstood everything. The next day, inside a large office with shining floors and glass walls, the same three people sat together. They worked in a dancing and entertainment company. The woman played the video on her phone. There is something about her, she said. One of the men nodded. Raw talent. They went to meet their boss. They showed him the video. He watched for a few seconds, then he waved his hand. Leave it, he said. Street dancers are everywhere. The workers exchanged glances but said nothing. They left the office disappointed. Milan was forgotten, or so it seemed. Days passed. Milan continued dancing and selling plantain. Then one afternoon, something unexpected happened. The boss called his workers into his office. There is a company hosting a big concert, he said. They need someone to do a dancing opening, something unique. The woman's eyes lit up. She remembered. There is a girl, she said quickly, a plantain seller. The boss frowned. That one again? Yes, one of the men added. She is different. The boss was quiet. Find her, he finally said. I want to see her. They returned to the same road. They searched everywhere for hours. Then they saw her. Milan was dancing, her tray of plantain close to her. There she is, the woman said. They stopped the car again. This time, they did not record. They spoke. Do you want to dance professionally? The man asked. She froze. Her heart almost stopped. Yes, she whispered. That was the moment her life changed. Milan went to their office. She danced. The boss watched in silence. When she finished, he nodded. She is very okay. Milan got her first deal and she was paid very well. That night, she cried, not from pain but from relief. Milan did not sleep that night. She lay on her bed, staring at the ceiling, replaying everything in her mind: the office, the dance, the boss's nod. The money she held in her hand, it felt unreal. By morning, the news had already spread. Milan has gotten a job. She is now dancing for a company. Have you seen her? Her mother watched her closely. You are smiling again, she said. Milan nodded but said nothing. Inside her heart, there was joy but there was also fear. The day of the concert, Milan was dressed by professionals. Her hair was done. Her face was clean and bright. When she looked in the mirror, she barely recognized herself. Is this really me? She whispered. When the music started, she stepped onto the stage. Lights blinded her. The crowd roared. Milan danced. She forgot the road, the dust. She forgot hunger. Her body moved with confidence and freedom. People cheered louder. Phones were raised. Cameras followed her. When she finished, the applause did not stop. Backstage, people congratulated her. You were amazing. You are special. You have a future. Milan smiled, but deep inside, a cold voice whispered, remember us. That night, Milan could not resist. She went back to the same place, the same heavy air. We kept our promise, the voices said. You see? She nodded. Yes, she replied. Thank you. The laughter that followed made her skin crawl. Do not forget, the voice continued, visit us once every 3 months, and dance on the road. Another voice added, no matter how rich you become. Milan felt fear squeeze her chest. What if I stop? She asked quietly. There was silence, then the words came, slow and heavy. The day you stop dancing on the road, you return to poverty. Milan bowed her head. She left in silence. Money changed everything. Her father was taken to the hospital. Proper treatment began. He slowly regained strength. Her siblings returned to school. New uniforms, new books. Their house was repaired. They bought new items, and there was enough food in the kitchen. People who once ignored them now greeted them warmly. Milan became the family's pride, but with wealth came expectation. During the day, Milan danced on big stages. In the evenings, she still danced on the road. People were confused. Why is she still here? Is she mad? She already has money. Some laughed, some mocked. The company noticed. Why do people keep seeing you on the street? One staff asked. Milan smiled and avoided the question. Fear controlled her. More deals came. Brands wanted her. Companies called her. Her face appeared on posters. Her name became popular in no time. She moved her family from poverty to comfort, but the instruction remained: dance, return, submit. One night, she visited again. I have come to say thank you, she said. The dark voices laughed happily. You are obedient, they said. We are pleased. She felt relief, but she did not know that chains were tightening around her spirit. One afternoon, Milan received a call. It was from the company that gave her her first deal. Come to the office, they said. We need to talk. Her heart sank. Milan entered the company's office with a heavy heart. She could feel it. Something was wrong. The manager asked her to sit. His face was serious. Milan, he began, you are talented. No one doubts that. She nodded slowly. But there is a problem, he continued. People keep seeing you dancing on the road while selling plantain. Her hands tightened. That behavior is affecting our image, he said. Brands are asking questions. Silence filled the room. We can't continue like this, the manager added. If you don't stop, we will have no choice but to end our contract with you. The words hit her like stones. End the contract, lose everything. Milan tried to speak, but no words came out. Go and think about it, the manager said gently. You have value, don't waste it. Milan did not drive that day. She walked. The road felt longer than usual. Every step felt heavy. If she stopped dancing on the road, the dark world said she would return to poverty. If she continued, the company would leave her. Fear sat in her chest like a stone. That evening, her mother noticed first. You look troubled, she said. Milan shook her head. I'm fine. But she was not. Her siblings noticed. Her father noticed. Finally, her mother called everyone together. What is happening? She asked. Milan broke down. She told them everything. The dark world, the promise, the instructions, the threat. Silence filled the room. Her mother covered her mouth at first, but told her to face the consequences. Her sister cried. Her father stood up slowly. What kind of thing is this? He asked. Milan wiped her tears. But you all have been enjoying the money without asking questions. The room went quiet. Her father's face hardened. Shut up, he said sharply. Milan froze. I will advise you to listen to them, he continued. If this company sacks you, the dark world will give you another way. Her mother nodded in support. Her sister looked away. Then her brother Abel spoke. Sister, he said calmly, this is your chance. Milan looked at him. Your chance to leave that darkness, he continued. Money is not worth your soul. Her father turned to him angrily. Are you the one feeding this family? He shouted. Milan remained calm. No matter what happens, he said to Milan, we will survive, but bondage will destroy you. Milan's heart trembled. She stood up slowly without another word and walked to her room. She locked the door. She cried. She blamed herself, blamed hunger and fear. Then she screamed, I will not dance on the road again. The room went cold. Laughter filled the air. Milan turned. A dark figure stood before her. Its eyes glowed. You think it is that easy? It said, laughing. She screamed in fear. Milan could not move. Her legs felt heavy, as if they were tied to the ground. Her heart beat so fast it hurt. The dark figure stood close, laughing softly, like someone enjoying a secret joke. You are afraid, it said. Milan swallowed hard. I only want peace, she whispered. The figure laughed again. You already chose your path. It replied, you came to us. Fear ran through her body like fire. I was desperate, she said. My family was suffering. The figure stepped closer. And we helped you, it said. We gave you favor, we gave you money, we gave you a name. Milan shook her head. I danced because I can dance, she said weakly. The laughter stopped. Careful, the voice said. Pride is dangerous. She closed her eyes. I will not dance on the road again, she said, louder this time. Silence followed. The air felt heavy, then the figure smiled. Very well, it said, let us see what becomes of you. In the next moment, it vanished. Milan collapsed on the floor, shaking. Morning came, the sun rose as it always did. She was still alive. Nothing had changed. No sickness, no accident, no loss. She woke up slowly, afraid of what the day might bring, but the day passed quietly. Then another day and another. Nothing happened. Her deals remained, her calls continued, money still came. Milan was confused. At the office, something unexpected happened. The manager smiled at her. We noticed you stopped going to the street, he said. Well done. We appreciate professionalism, he continued. Keep this up. Relief washed over her for the first time in a long while. Milan breathed freely. 1 month passed, life continued, nothing bad happened. The fear that once controlled her began to weaken, but questions remained. If they did not bless me, she wondered, then who did? One afternoon, Milan went out without her car. She chose to walk. She needed air, she needed to think. As she walked, an old woman stepped in front of her, then she stopped. The woman looked ordinary, but her eyes were deep and calm. My daughter, the woman said, I have a message for you. I have answers to your question. Milan's heart skipped. How did you know I have questions? She asked. The woman smiled gently. I can feel it, she said, then she spoke slowly. The dark world did not bless you, they only wanted control. She froze. That door that opened for you was already open, the woman continued. You were already seen, they only tied fear to it. Tears filled her eyes. They saw your light, the woman said, and tried to own it. Before Milan could speak, the woman was out of sight. Milan ran home and locked herself in her room. She knelt. God, she cried, have mercy on me. She wept like a child. For the first time, peace entered her heart. Milan stayed on her knees for a long time. She did not rush her prayer. She cried and spoke words of thanksgiving. When she finally stood up, her heart felt lighter, not because everything was perfect, but because fear was gone. That night, she slept peacefully, no voices, no scary laughter. She had a good rest. The next morning, Milan called everyone into the sitting room, her father, her mother, her sister, Luri, and Abel, her brother. They sat quietly. I have good news, Milan said. They looked at her. I am free, she continued. Free from the dark world. Her mother covered her mouth and began to cry. Her sister held her hand. Her father said nothing. Abel, Milan said, turning to him, you stood for me when it was hard. Thank you, and he responded with a smile. To the rest of you, she continued, I forgive you. Her father looked up sharply. But I know now, she added, that some of you loved what I brought, not what I am. Everyone was calm. Milan hugged her mother tightly. She hugged her sister, father, and Abel. Moving forward, let us do better as a family, she said with a smile. Milan continued dancing, but now, it was free, no fear, no bondage. She grew stronger, bigger stages came, and her name became respected. Her story became one filled with lessons. Sometimes, a blessing is already on its way from God, but fear and impatience make people seek help elsewhere. When the good finally comes, the dark world takes credit for what it did not give. Its gain is fear and control, but truth always brings freedom. Thank you for watching, liking, saving, and engaging in the comments.